So the question that we're asking people is, what question would you have for God if you could ask him any question?
I would just ask him, where the hell have you been all my life, you know? Just trying to get things going, why people are luckier than some other people, and, you know, why life sucks for most and it's great for some, you know? But that's all I'd ask him, you know?
You know, if I could offer you an answer for that question, because I've spent several years studying the Bible, and so I think I have some insight into what God might tell you if you were to stand before him and ask that question. And the Bible tells us to resist the devil and to submit to God, and that's how we end up in a relationship with him. In other words, if we're running in the opposite direction away from God, and then we're asking, God, where are you? Well, it's not a very good question. But if we're embracing him, we're resisting the devil, we're submitting ourselves to the Lord, then we have to assume that he's going to be right there to answer our questions, to lead us into the best path of life, and also into a relationship with him through the bloodshed of his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, all I got to say to that is I don't want to submit to anybody, but I feel in my heart that I'm a very good person. Never hurt anybody. I don't do bad things, you know, and I keep to myself, you know, and I believe, but I'm not a church goer. I don't do things like that, but, you know, good things happen to, or bad things happen to good people a lot of the time, you know, real good people, but
it's true.
You know, it just happens. And
you know, if I were to compare you to other people that I've known throughout my life, chances are you would line up to be a very good person compared to some, and maybe a not so good person compared to others. Because the statement, I'm a good person, actually it's a blanket statement, which seems to cover our entire life. And there's no way that I could personally say, I've been a good person. I could say that I've been a person who's done good things some of the times and done bad things some of the times as well. And that being the case, I have to say that I'm a so-so person, you know? And you know what, honestly, just to be honest, I've done good things for the wrong reasons. I've done good things to impress someone, or I've done good things hoping that I would get something out of the deal. So the fact of the matter is that no one really is that good. We just do our best, right? But the fact is, the thing that we have to consider at the same time is that God's standard is perfection. In other words, he's holy and he's without sin. Therefore, to come before him, we also have to be holy and without sin. Another truth about God is that he's just. And since he's perfect, holy, and just, he must punish perfectly every sin that's ever been committed. That being the case, every sin that we've ever committed must be punished at some point in time. So when we come before God, we could say, well, hey, I've been a pretty good person, but he's going to be able to play back our own conscience and show us every time that we've even condemned ourselves and convicted ourselves of the wrong that we've done. And we would expect then that if we, in our own conscience, have condemned ourselves, why would we expect any less from God? Now here's the good news, is that he loves you so much that he sent his only begotten Son to receive the punishment that you and I deserve. Jesus Christ, he died on the cross, took your punishment, took my punishment, so that we might be forgiven and receive his love forevermore. So every sin must be punished. But the question is, are you going to receive your own punishment, or are you going to let Jesus take your punishment? And the only sense that we can make out of that is to say, yeah, I submit to God, thank you for taking my punishment, and receive that love by faith.
Not me, man. Church of skating. Have a good one, y'all.
Take care.